Congratulations, Stephanie. It is now my pleasure to bring to the stage Sarah Lyons, who will present our final Anti-Corruption Award. Sarah is the chair of the Staten Island Independence Party, as well as the Communications Director for independentvoting.org. Please welcome Sarah Lyons.
Thank you, Kathy. I am so honored to be presenting an anti-corruption award to Jackie Salit. Jackie is what's called in Broadway circles a triple threat. She is the country's leading organizer of independence. She is an author, and her most recent book, Independence Rising, is a widely praised history of the modern independent movement. And she's an actor, making her off-Broadway debut this year, performing as James Madison in the Adelco award-winning musical, Sally and Tom. Let's take a minute and hear from someone who appreciates just what this triple threat can do. Our independent mayor, Mike Bloomberg.
Hello, everyone. Mike Bloomberg here. Congratulations to the New York City Independence Party on holding its 13th annual Anti-Corruption Awards. As we just saw in the November elections, independent voters are an increasingly important voice in politics, and that voice is growing louder every single day. I've always believed that every voter, whether in a party or an independent, should have the right to participate in the democratic process, fully and equally. Right now, in a variety of ways, that's just not the case. And it's up to all of us to continue standing up for reform. Jackie, I want to congratulate you on receiving this year's Anti-Corruption Award. I won't mention that I won it 8 years before you. And congratulations on your book, Independence Rising. Independents are indeed rising, and I think that's a very healthy sign for our future. Thank you for all you do to advance the cause of nonpartisan politics, and have a great night.
I had the privilege of working with Jackie this year to promote her book, Independence Rising. She traveled the country doing book signings, appearing on national television, meeting with supporters, attending university symposiums, and participating in a TEDx New England event in Boston. Everywhere she went, every room she was in, she shared her very personal and inside account of the independent movement and its process of becoming. And she gave people, in doing that, an opportunity to discover this other dimension of American political life. And let me tell you, people were deeply impacted. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so pleased to present this 2012 Anti-Corruption Award to Jackie Salit.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi. Thank you, Sarah, for that beautiful introduction and for all the work that you do to bring this movement out across the country to so many people who are hungry for it. And Kathy, thank you also for all that you do and for hosting today's event. I want to thank the mayor for that really cool introduction. This is a guy who knows how to be on message. You gotta give it to him. I really appreciate it. I wanted to congratulate my sister awardee, Stephanie Orozco, a lovely young lady who I had the chance to meet today for the first time and speak with. You know, I don't know about you, but always drives me crazy when people say, we have to give the young people a voice. And then they don't do anything to give young people a voice. Well, Stephanie Orozco is herself a young person, and she is working hard to give young people a voice for real, and I think she deserves every award in the book. I was so moved, really, to hear Senator Smith and Dr. Fulani speak about their experiences in the Rockaways, and I'm so touched by their friendship and their honesty, and it's a very rare and beautiful thing, and I was very inspired by that. And also, Borough President Carrion, I'm so glad you're here with us, and I was also very inspired by your message and by your joining us in the independent political movement. I think that's a very important thing. And I have to say that while I was listening to Senator Smith and Dr. Fulani and Borough President Carrion, I couldn't help thinking what a powerful team of independent leaders the three of you make. Kathy mentioned in her remarks the 150,000 votes that the Independence Party received on our line in 2009 in the last mayoral election. I was thinking about those votes. Actually, I was thinking about those voters. I realized, you know, it's so funny, isn't it? Votes are really an abstraction, though because they're a number, everyone says, that's the real thing, it's really concrete, those numbers are really concrete. But really, numbers are an abstraction. But the 150,000 people who voted are not an abstraction in any way. They're real New Yorkers. And I think that in making that statement, in that vote in 2009, given a whole set of things, what was going on in the city and the country and the world, I think those voters were making a particular statement. They were voting for the mayor, surely, and that's a good thing, and we value our partnership with the mayor and respect him deeply and think he's been a very good mayor for the city. We're proud of the role we played in that. They were voting for the Independence Party, and the role that we play, and that's a powerful thing, not to be underestimated. But I think they were also voting for something in addition to that, or maybe a completion of that. I think they were voting for a new politic. I think they were saying, we have to have a new politic in this city and in this country. I think that's a very, very important message. And I think it's also a good idea, and maybe we'll take a couple of minutes with your permission. I'll take a couple of minutes to tell you some things I think about what a new politic is, what that means. What does that mean? It's easy to say those words. On one level, what they mean is actually fairly simple. They mean nonpartisan governance, a nonpartisan political process, putting the people ahead of any particular special interest, meeting the challenges of the 21st century with new innovations and so forth. That's what a new politic is. But I also think, to me at least, I think that there's something more basic than that in what those voters and what millions and millions of people around this country and actually around the world are saying. I think a new politic means being able to see new possibilities. To see new possibilities. That's not always that easy. I was thinking earlier about sharing these thoughts with you, and I was thinking about one of our founders and a key architect of the independent political movement, Fred Newman, who passed away a year and a half ago, who was, among many things, he was a philosopher, as Doug Schoen knows well. He was a philosopher. He was a very practical philosopher. And one of the things that he used to say to us, to me, and to many of us that worked with him, he used to say, if you want to see new possibilities, you have to stand in a new place. What you can see is very much determined by where you're standing. If you're waiting for the 2 train, but you're on the street, you're not going to see the 2 train coming. You have to be on the platform to see the 2 train coming. Well, if you want to see new possibilities, you have to be standing in a place that allows you to see them. And when I think about our movement, and when I think about the New York City Independence Party, that's kind of what it comes down to for me. I think the Independence Party is a new place. It's a new place to stand. And if you stand there, you can see all kinds of possibilities that you just couldn't see before. Just look around this room and you know what I'm talking about.
Hello.
So that's what we've tried to do in the Independence Party. We've tried to bring new possibilities to the people of New York City. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. That's the way the game goes. But I give you my personal guarantee that the Independence Party will continue to play that role. That's what we give. That's the unique thing that we give to the people of New York City. A place to stand that allows you to see and create new possibilities. So I want to thank everybody in this room for all you do to make so many things possible. And thank you so much for this award. It means so much to me.